my band, The Messengers, was in demand. I mean, we were playing 5, 6, 7 nights a week and having a ball and traveling around and doing just everything. On New Year's Eve, we were playing at a giant bar, and all of a sudden we hear gunfire at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and a guy at the bar shoots another guy at the bar that's with his wife, I guess. And Gary is coming out of the kitchen having made himself a big turkey sandwich and said, "Uh-oh, I think we ought to leave." He drops the sandwich out of his hand. We had a wonderful band manager who is free, who is what today we would call him a groupie. He's still alive, and he's still one of my best friends, Stephen, Roger, Ethan, Ellen, Cone. And Stephen said, "Look, I'll drive, but let's get our ass out of here." I said, "What are we gonna do with the instruments?" He said, "We'll leave them. We gotta get out of Dodge. The police are gonna be here in a minute." All of us are kids. We're 16, 17, and 18. Remember, Greg's 2 years younger than me. So I thought, oh my goodness gracious, okay, leave. Better leave the instruments here than us go to jail. Our parents will flip out. But people would pay us extra. People would give us beers. Probably not a good idea for 16-year-olds. We didn't overdrink, I promise you, but we were having the time of our life. All the people were dancing, and the girls were all sending kisses at us, but we never stayed. We would drive home late at night, and then we all had to get up early in the morning, like at 5 or 6, do our homework, and our grades went straight up. I mean, I can tell you, Killer's mom, who was always having trouble with Killer, his grades went from D's and D minuses up to B's and C's, which is probably as good as he was ever going to get. But Mrs. Killer would let us practice at their house, the Simmons house. She and her husband, Gordy, just said, "Oh, you guys come here and practice all the time because you guys, you're making my son's grades go straight up." Why? Because he had no time and he had a lot of pressure. And I said, "Look, you got to get good grades. You got to stay in school. You got to do academically well." All of us do. And we would come home late at night and still do well. How the band came to an end. We're all senior. Well, no, 4 of us are seniors. 1 of us is a junior in high school. And all of a sudden, we're ready at a practice on a Sunday afternoon, and Gary comes in and says his girlfriend is pregnant. And Steve Cohn wisely says, wait, tell me, did a star rise in the east? Which is a great Christian metaphor, of course. And Gary says, "Look, I got to go work at Carson Peary's spot at least for a while, and I'm not going to get to go to college. I'm going to become a father." And he now has multiple kids and is still a great friend. We talk regularly. But that sort of crushed the band because, you know, I was the leader. I could have kept it going, and maybe I should have, but the band went, sort of the air was taken out because my best friend, who I could talk to about everything that was going on, because it was a business, and it was a big business and a profitable business, and a lot of people wanted us, and my phone was ringing off the hook because I'd had a little card, The Messengers, and Gary and I have been in print shop and made the most beautiful cards ever, and people wanted us to play and do all summer long, but the death to the thing was an unexpected pregnancy. This is before birth control, so no one knew that there was probably a way to have prevented that, and he could have waited and got married later. But they're still happily married almost 50 plus years later.